Welcome back. So, right before market open, we saw Bitcoin come down. It actually dipped a little bit. Not too bad. We're still holding about 93,400, obviously, about 1,000 off from yesterday. What happened? What brought down Bitcoin suddenly? Well, the big news is this. That's right. The US just reported its GDP for last quarter, and this is no good. No good indeed. Because of all the tariffs, okay, GDP fell down by 0.3%. Estimates showed it was supposed to be 0.3% growth, but we had negative 0.3% growth. So, yeah, so that's a big difference. So, we had negative GDP growth the first time in 3 years. And, of course, a lot of fears about recession. This is what people were afraid about, right? A lot of people think that the tariffs is going to halt a lot of the economic growth. It's going to halt a lot of buying, a lot of imports, obviously, a whole lot of stuff. So right before market open, as I'm filming this, you can see the U.S. market, the futures market is red. Not horribly red, but red nevertheless. And this is the reason why Bitcoin has come down right before market open. But as you can see, we may be recovering right back up. This may be a knee-jerk reaction due to GDP numbers. Remember, right now, Bitcoin is very strong. It has been for the last few weeks. So again, this could just be a knee-jerk reaction. People are afraid and they're just like randomly dumping, but we could see more strength come into Bitcoin very, very suddenly. Remember, right now, because Bitcoin is seen as a store of value and a hedge against inflation and a true way to just opt out of all the shenanigans, all the things that we're seeing and hearing that we don't like. It's a way to opt out of that. That's why, if you look at like the ETF inflows have been very, very, very positive over the last few weeks. Yesterday, BlackRock again took in massive 217 million. The day before, almost a billion, right? But it's weird. Some of the other funds are still seeing negative outflows. BlackRock still buying. It's like Larry Fink's like, I don't care if you guys selling. I'm going to continue buying. So yeah, that's positive. This is also positive, right? I mentioned about crypto conferences. Today is the first day of Token 2049. Some people are like, oh, nothing's going to get announced. This was one of the things that got announced. Eric Trump actually spoke and he revealed Trump's $1 billion to buy real estate project, which will accept crypto payments. Okay. I think this is a pretty big deal. Not that, getting another real estate project is a big deal, but to have a major real estate project, right, to accept crypto payments, and especially with a Trump name, I think that's a big deal. I think that's a big deal. This may set a trend with all future real estate projects or all commercial projects altogether in Dubai and elsewhere around the world, right? So I think this shows adoption, of course, is growing. And this is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. But as for overall, right, things are still looking good. Like I said, Bitcoin is seen as a store of value, right? You have a lot of corporate adoption these days. You could see the growth Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And you just see the growth every single quarter. This is from corporate holdings. And the latest shows that corporate holders added over like 100,000 in the last quarter. And it's been growing rapidly each and every quarter. Right now, some of it, of course, a lot of it is from MicroStrategy, but a lot of it's from MetaPlanet. And and many others. A lot of from miners. These guys will continue to load up and load up and load up and load up. And it's just a reminder that Bitcoin is scarce. Okay. And one day we're going to wake up and realize there's not much left. And the same thing. I mean, look at the ETFs. Where's all the ETFs coming from? I mean, Bitcoin coming from for the ETFs. You know, OTC, there's only so much to go around, right? Bitcoin is scarce. Take a look at this headline, right? 3 billion inflow in a single week. So it's important to remember that there's not infinite amount of Bitcoin. This is not like fiat. You can't just press some buttons in a computer and then all of a sudden magically print more money or mint more money, right? That's what happens with the Fed. That's what happens with every central bank around the world. If they get desperate enough and they need to print more money, they can't. That's why there's inflation and hyperinflation. That's why so many currencies fail. That's why Bitcoin is different. It's controlled by code, not by any individual person or entity or country, right? And there is a set supply, and it's getting more scarce every single day. Okay, so last few things. Today I met many, many, many people. In fact, I'm dead tired. Okay. Token is as expected, filled with people, and it's super hot in Dubai. Although the conference hall did not have as nearly as many projects as last year. A lot of projects decided to opt out, but met a lot of good fans. A lot of people stopped me and just wanted to shake hands and ask me questions. Some asked, "Hey, what do you think about the cycle? Is it over?" And I say, "No, no. I mean, like charts like this tell you. Charts like this has measured enough cycles in the past where it's pretty darn accurate, right? Like it tells you exactly, have we reached top for this cycle? No, no, we're not even close. Not even close. And here's another one. Not even close. This is the golden multiplier, and this is the MVRV. Both show that we're not even close to reaching top. There's plenty of room to grow. And speaking of which, like I said, look at Bitcoin's climbing back up, almost back to 94. We may be going back up to 95 soon, right? Could be just a knee-jerk reaction. We could get that V-shaped recovery. The US market is about to open. So we'll see how the US market reacts to the very negative GDP numbers. But like I said, guys, Bitcoin is the true way to opt out. There are so many reasons why Bitcoin is so fantastic. And let's not forget, not just Bitcoin, there are so many fantastic things happening in the space. That's what we have major conferences like this where major things get announced. Um, and there are going to be a lot more things getting announced, right? Or that will be announced, I should say. And many projects have very exciting things, and they continue to build and build and build and build, even during scary times. Although I like to argue that it seems like it's a scary time now, but again, Bitcoin's at 94,000. Last year, when we had token 2049, Bitcoin was like 50 or 60,000. And the time before that, Bitcoin was like 20,000, right? So things have progressively gotten better and better and better and better. And look at Bitcoin's just recovering back up very quickly. So things are looking good, guys. All right. I'll leave you guys to it. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye bye.